Looks like it's
broadcasting.
Just waiting for GT Sport SA.
Okay, there we go.
GT Sport SA. Welcome to GT Sport SA. There you go, Trivi, you're going to do that.
Well, we up live so you can both do it, or you actually are both doing it.
Oh, sure. No pressure. Okay, Trivi,
If only we were more organized.
Trivi, this one's for you, bud.
Welcome to GT Sport SA.
Yeah. Sure, you got my vote.
Thank you.
I'll buy from that guy.
I believe he's quite dodgy, so it's probably a bad idea. Anyway, all jokes aside, guys, welcome to GT Sport SA, Season 3 for 2021 and Race 7. We have myself, Stephen, Mr. Sean Peters, and Trivi from Gorilla Garage on the commentary tonight. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Well, how's it, Trivi? How's it, Steve? Good to be back here this evening, and welcome to it. If you've just joined us, it is a Thursday evening, and what else would you be doing on a Thursday evening? You should be watching GT Sport SA.
Definitely. If you're missing out, I feel sorry for you. This racing tonight is going to be tight, competitive, and really entertaining. These cars are quite loose. The track is nice and tight and short.
That's what she said.
Some epic race. Oh, there we go.
Steve, you took it out of my
Somebody's on my wavelength. I love it.
I was not
That's what she said.
I was not going to say that live on air, but you just took it. Well done. You're a much braver person than me.
We got to do it every now and again. So let us know. The guys are starting qualifying very shortly. We're just having a couple connection issues, but it looks like everyone's in the lobby now. Even the YouTube stream didn't want to go up, so we're here now. 10 minutes of qualifying and then into this race. Mr. Trivs, you've just actually come out of one of your pool races. Tell us the strategy and a little bit more about what we can expect tonight.
Yeah, it's actually a very entertaining race. I really enjoyed it. It was quite tight, like I said. On a short track like this, with cars as twitchy as this, makes for very... strategies varied. Guys were pitting early. Guys were trying to make their fuel last as long as they can in the beginning. Obviously, you're starting on 50% fuel with heavy damage as well. This track and into the wall, which I found out the hard way.
That title of your sex tape.
Title of my sex tape. I love it. It made for some interesting finishes. Guys that we didn't expect to be in the top 5 are way up there just on their consistency, their strategy, and keeping that speed up. So this race here is going to be really entertaining. We did some practice races with a lot of the guys from Pool 1 earlier, and I really think we're in for a good surprise tonight.
Well, Steve-O and Trivi, especially for you, you said about 3 weeks ago, you're going to up your game. Well, let me tell you, I think I'm going to get off this live stream now, because you have upped your game tenfold, my man. Well done.
It's a good thing Trivi's in Joburg, otherwise he'd be taking all your jobs down in the Cape.
Yeah.
Maybe guys can make a national franchise and cover the country. I think we do need some refreshing in motorsport commentary. On the subject, Trivs Gorilla Garage, sponsors of our livery contest, while we're doing qualifying and the outlap, still have a run through the car salon.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a bit disconnected there, but can you say that again?
No problem. I was just
a rookie mistake.
Yeah, I was talking about your Gorilla Garage livery contests, how they've been going, what you think of the cars tonight,
Yes.
who's standing out.
Oh, fantastic. So for the Gorilla Garage livery competition, GTSSA always had the amazing liveries here. We wanted to bring that style back, so we made an incentive. Every week for every race, you guys show us what you've got. You make your liveries awesome. You just got to put the sponsors decals there, showing support for the guys that support you. And we're going to pick the top 5. Top 5 liveries that have been submitted. You guys then decide who's the best from there, and that person will get an amazing custom T-shirt with their race decals on it. The sponsors decals and their race gamer tag. So as you see there, DMRE Semi-Pro, if he wins, he gets that on his T-shirt. That is amazing custom shirt to the value of 600 Rand. On top of that, the winner of the entire season will get an amazing hamper from Gorilla Garage, customized to them. Not something cookie cutter, absolutely customized, because we don't do things the normal way at all. That will be to the value of between 1.5 and 2 grand as we keep adding more and more stuff every week. So you guys keep showing these liveries, keep putting these decals together, and it's going to be very tough for us to judge a last person here and make the grand winner. In this race, I gotta say, I mean, yes, I am part of Pace, but Sam's livery is epic, Kalen's livery is absolutely stunning, and here we are with Sir Ian as well. It's very unique. Jean, Ali, you know, these guys are giving it all they've got, and to judge this, it makes our lives very difficult. I mean, Stephen, you there looking at these as well. You tell me, who do you think from here deserves to win based on their livery?
Well, obviously the RTA car, since I'm an RTA team member. But jokes aside, the standard RTA colours always stand out. I'm looking at Mr. Bridgen's got quite a interesting livery. You mentioned Kalen earlier, that default Pace black, grey and red with the flames by the headlights. I think that's probably my standout for the night.
Well, listen, seeing that I'm the new guy, can we just pop over to KBR Richard very quickly? Because he's got a very interesting livery.
I think he was running plain white.
Yeah, so let's go over to him and just have a look at his livery. I don't know, I might have been seeing...
Straight off the showroom.
Yeah, I might have been seeing something odd. There we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Customizing at its best.
I love it. I love it.
Well done, Mr. Richard. That is very original.
Yeah.
Straight off the showroom floor.
It's stunning. Stunning.
Well, it's one that old story of... Sorry, go ahead, Tris.
After you, buddy.
Okay, well, I was just going to say it's one of those cases... I
spend quite a lot of time...
I insist, after you.
I spent quite a lot of time on my livery, and it was quite sad because when I took pictures of it, you couldn't even see the proper details. I made the fenders look like flared arches that have been bolted on. I even did the actual bolts, so you can see the rivet heads. It took like 4 or 5 hours, but sadly you just couldn't see it in the images. And I was really, really happy with it. But the liveries we're seeing now tonight, I mean, it is stunning. You guys have gone all out. I mean, even Richard, that plain white there, he didn't just go plain white, he made it factory white. And that's awesome.
Yeah,
while we're on that, sorry, Steve, while we're on that trivia, have you got Instagram that we can maybe have a look at your car, if that's a possibility?
Yeah, I've actually got it on my Facebook page. It's
you can give it to me.
Trivia Moodley. So it's on there. But what I'll do now, I can send it through to you guys on the Discord if you're there.
Yeah.
Let me put it on the main chat on the Discord. It'll just be easy for you to check it out.
Yeah. Cool. Also, a special bonus for our viewers tonight. We've got Mr. Kalen Pace himself. He's, I think, currently listening in on the chat. I saw him putting there. Kalen, how's it going tonight?
All good. Tough car. Don't like this track. But we move.
Still your eyes.
Still we rise, we are Pace.
Well, I'm glad you got a roll cage just in case things get hectic out there in the chicane tonight.
Seems like it might be that way.
Isaac Callan, super calm and collected as always. He's out there at the moment, and just listen to the calmness in his voice. He knows he's got this.
Yeah,
let's hope.
currently sitting in 4th place, so we'll let you get back to the driving and run through the grid order for us. Who wants to have a go at that? Trivs?
I really can't see the grid order from my side, so I think you guys are going to have to take on that one.
Well, there we go. DMR Damien Biss in 1st place at the moment. SMP 3 Pro making up 2nd. KBR Richard in that beautifully prepared white car in 3rd. Callum Pace out in 4th at the moment. Ghost Killer Pace in 5th. And in 6th, Am I seeing that right? It's moved around a little bit there.
Yeah, one or two
order is
just
changing.
popped up.
Yeah. So Richard still in fifth. Callum pace now dropping down to sixth. Is that because he was talking to us? Maybe. Sure.
No, he's on it, starting a flying lap now.
Ghost Killer pace in seventh at the moment. Currently, fast forward to fifth. KBR Bridges 62. Good to have you back here. RTA Stiganator, the mayor of Plumstead, is with us this evening. Alan van Kornhausen. And then, of course, Mr. Serious himself, Serious Sam ZA. Nice to see him out here. OJ JDS also in the mix. So all the usual suspects are having a bit of a jaw here with us this evening. If you've just joined us, a warm welcome to you. It's a Thursday evening. We're going to have some fun out there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite a close race, like Trivia was saying earlier. Our top 10 are currently separated by half a second. Obviously, been a short track, but still half a second with little gaps of 400s, 4,000s, 22. As you go up between them, there's almost nothing between these guys, hair width. So with the slipstream, we should have a nice pace train.
Yeah, indeed. And just hearing Kaylin, and of course, Trivia also mentioned these cars are tricky. I spent some time in one a couple of days ago just to see what it's all about, and yeah, they're fun. A little bit underpowered, and that's where the trickiness comes in. But if you stick it in the right part of the track, you're going to get it right as well.
Yeah, I see KBR RBS Racing's livery is quite colourful. I'm actually going to nominate him to the stewards panel for a 10-second penalty just on the colour of those wheels. What do you think, Trivs?
Look, I'm not a fan of it. It works with his design, but my lord, if you see when he goes into the pits, guys, I'm not sure if he's going in now. Okay, no, he's staying out. But if you see when he goes into the pits, those wheels make the pitmen, the pit crew, look absolutely tiny. It is a weird feeling. Yeah. I think we need to review that. 5-second penalty right there.
There we go. So Ghost Killer Pace currently in the lead as time's running out. Damien second, Richard third, DMR SMP3 Pro fourth, so Ian fifth, Kalen in sixth, RBS seventh, Bridgens eighth, and it looks like the race is about to start. So only one person able to cross the line.
Well, Trevi, I've just got to say, your molded bumpers, it's brilliant. Did you steal that off for Toyota Hilux?
I wish it would have been a lot easier to do.
I absolutely love the colors. Well done.
Thank you so much, but that means a lot to me. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, here we go, guys and girls. If you are watching, hold on tight to that beer or that cup of coffee, whatever you have in your hand. We're about to get started.
Just
remember,
quick,
guys, this race is a false start check. So in both lines without the lights, you're going to get a penalty.
We've got one car that looks like it's stuck at the back, Laquera.
So, the Red Bull car. Starter issues.
A couple cars spinning at the back there, but I think they will be restarting, possibly. So, as per the rules, it's the driver is supposed to be letting the host know if there's a problem at the back.
Yeah, unfortunately that hasn't been done, so they're not quite aware of it as yet.
We'll just wait and see if they do restart. But with Laquera having issues early on the starts, possibly they might have said that if he has a problem, he must just start at the back and bail. I haven't actually been on the Discord, so see what happens. But currently we've got Ghost Killer Pace leading from Damien, from SMP, from KBR Richard, Sir Ian, Kalen 6, Fist, and Bridgens.
Yeah, nice and tight racing, and just as they head into lap number one, a big thanks, a big shout out to Sham Gaming, just giving the commentary team a shout out. Thank you to you for watching us, and great to have you on board with us this evening. Look at this tight racing all the way down through that chicane. You can see it there as they come through this tight left-hander beautifully composed, each one of these drivers. What's happened to pace? He's out in sixth at the moment. Ian fifth. KBR Richard in the white magic there. In fourth at the moment. S&P 3 still in third. As we go up the order, there we go. There's that white car. We were just talking about it. Thanks to our amazing director for getting us the in-car action here. Trevi, how cool is this shot from the inside of that Mazda?
You know, I must say, this shot here it's absolutely stunning. It gives you a real-world view in a simulation, but if you try and race with this view, you're going to have a hard time. You're not going to enjoy yourself, and you're probably going to ruin someone else's race. So just be careful when you're out there. Keep your track awareness on. I know the guys are racing. They usually have their track maps on just to see who's where, and keep the racing tight but safe as well.
Yeah.
There we go. Looking back onto is that Sir Ian? He's got that very, very amazing wrap on his car. There you can see it now shining. Oh, there's look at that.
I do believe his strategy was to blind his opponents and get past them that way.
Yeah, I think he picked that up from KBR Richard last week, who had the gold GR4 car.
I was just going to say. Yeah.
Oh, look at this, from first to sixth, there's just a 3-second gap, and it's only lap number 3. This racing's going to be tight from start to finish.
Half of that gap is from Ghost Killer to DMR Damien, who's getting it sideways a bit and backing the pack up a little. Ghost Killer pace almost 2 seconds ahead of him at the moment. Then you got a small break in the pack around about KBR 5th in 7th. Then we got the second train. Unfortunately, Yastil and RBS had an incident in turn 1, so they both slightly further back. Yeah, just the guys that are in the chat, leave us a message, let us know how your races went, let us know you're watching, give us your predictions.
Yeah, guys, tell us in the chat there, who's your top 5 for today, and what position you think they're going to finish in. Not just in liveries, I know we've discussed that a bit, but in the actual race finish as well. And while you're there, just click that like button. I mean, every view helps, every like gives us a further reach. Makes the hard work worthwhile.
Yeah, definitely. So, running here, Mr. KBR Bridgen seems to also be the cork in the bottle at the moment in 7th. He's got Sam, Yanali, and a couple seriously quick guys, Stignator, OJJ, DS, who won last week, all right behind him. So, see how he handles the pressure, but so far he's doing perfectly legal, clean driving, and yeah, that's going to be a mission for the other guys to find their way past him.
Nice colours there on that. In fact, Jean Ali, awesome colours. RTA right behind him there. The mayor of Plumstead right behind him there. Stiganator, as we know him.
Yeah.
There's someone that just went into the pits there.
So Ian just did an early pit stop. We're busy watching Kalen at the moment, all over the back of KBR Richard.
Okay, so nicely sideways there. I got to admit, guys, when I take these cars around this circuit, specifically Chikubo, however you want to say it, great to get some sideways action out of these little Mazdas.
Yeah, it's incredible fun. It's a proper pocket rockets. I think we've got a theme for today with the whole that's what she said thing, so let's stick with that. But yeah, these cars, it's absolutely fun to go sideways in. The only problem with that is it's very easy to go sideways in. So I won't be surprised if there's a spin or two, but these guys are racing so tight, so clean, almost to it's an art watching them. I do know, there's a stigma around online and virtual racing, but you've got to admit, this is some competitive stuff right here.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened to DMR Damien. He was second at one stage and now he's all the way down in 12th place. Current order SMP3 Pros running second, Richard third, Kalen fourth, fifth, Sam, then Bridgens. So Ian pitted, but I think DMR Damien must have had a spin somewhere because he lost about 12 seconds on one lap. Going on to lap 7 with a lot of the guys starting to run low on fuel. We just see who pits, goes killer pace into the pits this lap. SMP3 Pro, Richard and Kalen, FIS all going through. Stignator and OJJDS. Daniel Ricciardo. It was a bit of a coincidence there. OJ, big Daniel Ricciardo fan with the replica helmet winning last week at Monza, and then on Sunday, Danny Rick winning at Monza in the F1 car.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Coincidence? I think not.
Don't let them know that GTSSA actually controls Formula 1.
Yeah, we got to make our money somehow, eh?
Yeah, they're all Steve combos. I've been running it since lockdown.
That's why it's got more competitive and more exciting to watch.
Definitely.
100%. 100%. I mean, the last few races have been not just a joy to race in firsthand, but to watch the Pool 1 races alone, it's been incredible. It makes me realize how slow I am when I watch the Pool 1 guys, but it's always a fun time.
There we go. Kalen, while you're pitting, tell us how you see the race going so far.
It's okay. Just made a mistake in the pits now. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the race pans out.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, folks, how cool is that? We can talk to one of our drivers, one of our top drivers, straight into his sim while he pits, and then we can just head back to the racing. It's just so incredible what technology has come a long way.
So there were some interesting strategies that I was checking out between the groups earlier on, and I think we're seeing that now. You'll see guys have pitted, they're putting fuel on, but they're not changing their tires, saving that little bit of extra time, because in 6 lap your tires aren't really that damaged. Coming into 9 laps now, we can see SMP3 Pro, his tires are still fresh. It looks like he also didn't change his tires, but he just put on fuel.
Yeah, I think that might have been the mistake Kalen was talking about, possibly my fault for distracting him there. Hopefully not. We can see he does have some nice fresh tackies on, so hopefully those can help him get past the couple guys ahead, Stignator and Sam.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's going to be a train smash if he didn't change his tires, but it is interesting to see these small changes in strategy and how they make an impact at the end of the race. And I think at lap 25, 26, we'll see guys settling into their usual final positions, and that's where we're going to see the racing breakdown and the strategies come through.
Definitely. So starting with the 50%, most of the guys would have been in the pits now. I think there's only Steele who hasn't pitted so far. He should be coming in this lap. Nice long first, and I'm guessing most guys do a 2-stop. He possibly could do a 1-stop here. Just looking at he's doing 10 laps on half a tank, so he should be able to stretch it maybe to lap 31 on the full tank.
Look, that's very possible. Very, very possible. Here's the thing. Even though he's going longer, it's...
he's still not pitting.
Still not pitting. Oh, my Lord. Even though he's going longer, his times haven't been affected that much. If you look at it compared to the rest of the guys. It's not maybe as fast as the top two, but he's still keeping that pace. He's not dropping back off too much. And his tires, are perfect. He could go another 20 laps with those tires as well.
Yeah, this is where I'd be embarrassed, because I'd be doing probably 104s and 105s, and then I'd pit on lap 7, and this guy'd carry on going for another 4 or 5 laps. There's some great fuel saving here by Yas.
That light is
And I
flashing.
think race after race he shows us that fuel saving skills.
Yeah, I think he's got a second law container under the seat there somewhere.
It's just spurring it on, inch by inch.
Okay, so he's surely going in this time
And not a bad position to be in to pit.
after 11 laps.
Yeah. Nice little shout out there coming from Sham saying good luck. Yes. There we go. That's the pit we're waiting for.
It amazes me. The man went 11 laps without pitting.
Yeah.
That is stunning. That takes a lot of skill and control as well.
Oh, for example, Sir Ian went in on lap 5, Richard on lap 8, Jan Ali has 7, sorry. Well, lap 7 for Ghost Killer, and we saw lap 8 for SMP3 Pro, which I think is probably the ideal strategy, lap 8, and then split the 23 laps that follow. But yeah, Ghost saying one stoppers on here, definitely for Steel.
Yeah, I think if not for the win, I mean the strategy of his, it's not just bold and brazen, it's unique. I don't think anyone else is going to attempt a one-stopper with this car. So I'm very keen to see where Yesiel finishes. Of course, yes, he is pace. I seem a bit biased.
Well, half the field's pace tonight, so don't stress about that. We've got SMP3 Pro DMR driver out front. Place that he's very comfortable and has been quite a lot this season. Ghost Killer now 3 seconds behind. Jan Ali up into third.
I must say, I think I need to change my favorite livery of the day. Jan Ali's livery is looking so clean, so nice, and that color combo is just working.
I'm wondering though if he didn't just download that, because that AlphaTauri looks fairly standard. Like there's none of our local stickers on it as well. Just looking at I'm not sure what lap he pitted. Lap 7 he only lost about 14 seconds, so maybe he's doing a splash and dash. He has quite a lot less fuel than the other guys at the moment, but he has got track position.
Yeah, he could be doing a shorter second stint and a much longer third stint. If he is going for the 3-stopper, that's going to be a very interesting strategy to watch out for. But I have a feeling that last stint of his is going to be a full tank, and he's going to be on the move.
Because if we look, he did 1 minute 17 on lap 7, and SMP3 Pro on lap 8 did 118. Okay, so it's only a second difference. I was looking at Ghost Killer, did a 23 on lap 7, so all different amounts of fuel put in.
You know, personally for my race, I did a 7-lap stint, a 13-lap stint, and an 11-lap stint. Or I should say that was the plan until I picked up some damage, and it put everything into whack. So my strat was fairly standard, but looking at these guys here, I see why now we put them last, because it makes us not cheat too much. We would definitely steal some of these strategies to get our edge on in the lower pools.
The difference is in the lower pools, these strategies, most of us can't do them because we can't. I definitely can't save fuel the way these guys can. And if you look at your Sams and Kalen, still fuel saving SMP3 Pro as well, they always frustrate me because I'll finish a race and like the last 5 laps of each stint my tires are shot, and then I'll come in stream and commentate on them, and their tires after double the distance still look new. I'm like, you guys don't feel the pain I feel.
Man, it is so frustrating because you try your hardest and then you realize that no, this is actually where the peak is, and you just know that goal keeps moving and moving and moving every time these oaks come through. So I think that's awesome. Just jumping into the chats quickly. I see Damien saying Yas had a great first stint. Sham saying that's super hard. Come on, son. And I had to comment there as well. 4 seconds time save for not changing tires from Ghost. Thanks, bud. That info is very helpful right now as well. Sham then staying true to tonight's theme. And Ken, pool 7 winners in the house. Hello, Steve and Triv.
Ken Dog, I'm assuming won pool 7, but he should be in pool 3 and 2 and maybe even making 1. So stop abusing the guys in pool 7 and seed properly for season 4 there, Ken. We might even allow you to have cones if that helps.
That's what she said.
Yeah, lovely. Ken, sorry, but don't forget, we've also got Sean Peters in the house as well, the man with the voice of honey.
No, man. What are you guys talking about? I'm sitting quietly watching the racing here.
Yeah, and we're definitely taking over. I see Steele's now 37 seconds off the lead, down in 14th place, but like we suspect he either isn't going to, or at least doesn't have to pit again. So even if he did pit again, it would probably only be for tyres.
Yeah, I really don't think he's going to pit. I think he's just going to keep going right until the end. And that's going to make for some nail-biting racing.
Yeah, certainly. It's going to come down to the wire. 16 out of 31 now. Great livery on that car. As we go back onto Damien. So, guys, it's quite chatty on the group at the moment. Livery, let's go back to that. Who are we voting for this evening?
Yeah, this is a tough one, because I like that AlphaTauri livery until Stephen brought it to my attention that none of our logos are on it. It's quite sad. One thing I got to say about KBR RBS's livery, that front, it's not easy to make your design flow from bumper to bonnet to fender. And he's done that really well, so hats off to him. I mean, his tires, his rims might be about there, but he's done a very good job and paid a lot of attention to the detail on that one.
If we're giving points and trophies for the Pool 1 race, because obviously the livery contest, the guys have to submit it and it's voted for on the Discord, but just on viewing it now, I'd go biased with the Kalen's livery, just for being nice and clean, visually pleasing, and then KBR Varfus also behind him would be my second choice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And also getting a nice and sideways there on that last shot.
Yeah, so we just had Ghost Killer Pace into the pits. We've also had RBS, not RBS, DMR SMP3 Pros pitted on the previous lap. So we currently have Richard, followed by Kalen, followed by Varsvatafus, the boss of KBR. No, don't tell Chalk. But yeah, everything obviously is going to shake up. The guys that have just pitted now from the front running positions, stuck down in mid-pack, hopefully without too much traffic, would be the important part. And Ghost Killers, with his pit stops now, only 2.2 behind SMP3 Pro, so he actually brought it back a little bit on this current stop.
Yeah, the guys are settling into their routines now. They settled into their strategies, just trying to make up the places, close those gaps that they got. And, these gaps are very minimal. Like I'm telling you, the guys in the chats can say now as well. In our lower lobbies, it was quite large gaps after the first couple stops. And it made for some intense final lap racing. So imagine with these small gaps now, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Laps 25 to 31 are going to be absolutely nail-biting, and I don't think we're going to have a second to stop talking out here.
Yeah, we're getting very close to it, 19 out of 31 now. So the excitement is going to start building.
Just looking at the fuel levels, KBR Richards got his light on. Mr. Pace still has quite a bit, a third of a tank left. KBR Fist also flashing. Stignator in the red, but not as bad as the other two. RBS also flashing. Damien almost flashing. So Kalen's got quite a bit more fuel than the guys that are around him from 1st to 6th, and then SMP3 Pros then up in 7th place. So we see, as we speak, they're going in, Kalen on 26% versus 2% on the other guys. So you should get quite a bit of a jump on them. It's just where he's going to come out in relation to RBS, and that explains why he dropped back a bit on the last stop.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have a nice early out here while the guys are filling up. Just to get a new set of shoes on, a little bit of fuel in the tank to get him to the end. Might be a good jump, and will definitely make for some interesting top 5
definitely racing. Has. He's just come out within a second of SMP3 Pro. Yeah. So, Kalen, we know you're listening. Nice strategy there. Jumped Ghost Killer and Richard on that stop.
And keeping his tires.
Yeah, keeping the tires this time around. SMP's changed, Ghost Killer I think changed, and Richard changed. But yeah.
Nice sideways action there again.
So we got Kalen in second. Maybe Ghost Killer is going to be a Bottas and play wingman, but we know the pace guys aren't running like that. What do you say, Trips?
Look, whenever we're racing with the pace guys, at least from my experience and with the rest of the guys in the team, we don't play team orders saying, listen, I want to be faster than you, or I've got more points than you. If you're in somebody's way, you just tell them, I'm coming on your inside, I'm coming on your outside. But it's never a team order to say, slow down, I need to pass you, I've got more points than you, let me carry on, whatever the case may be. If your team does that, that's cool, that's your team, whatever you guys want to do, whatever floats your boat and rocks your cradle. But with the pace guys, we don't really like to play that. We like to keep it competitive. I mean, we push each other harder than any of the races that we do, just to keep it fun, keep it competitive, and just get the racing going.
Sean, how do you see this top 4 working out?
I think it's going to stay pretty much where it is now. SMP3 Pro, we know, with my little experience, we know that he's quite serious and he can make it stick. Pace, well, we know Pace very well. And KBR Richard was putting on a bit of attack there and then just getting it slightly loose.
Yeah, you saw that. He was all over the back of Ghost Killer for about a lap, and then clipped a curb or something and lost half a second.
So quite a pity, because that would have been a proper dice with 7 or 8 laps to go. I think that would have been the race to watch to the end.
Yeah,
but who knows? He's really making it up now. So
Kalen on the old tyres dropped back to 1.7 from SMP, 1.2 ahead of Ghost Killer. So I think SMP3 Pro should be able to hold on. Obviously, they're both normally very evenly matched, and having fresher tyres will, looking at the lap times, is about a half a second a lap advantage. But then, yeah, the question is, can Kalen hold off Ghost Killer and Richard?
Yeah, like he has got the talent to hold off that pressure.
Yeah, see, there's a nice battle happening a bit further back as well. I'm not too sure who's involved, but I see the cars are on top of each other coming out of that the final hairpin, going into that back straight.
I've actually just been going. It looks like it's probably Yastil, RBS, and Sam. Here they come. RBS looking for a move on Yastil, who's
coming on the inside, braking a little bit late and keeping that line nice and tight. But he's back on his bumper, and I think coming into the final hairpin again, it's going to be really, really close between these three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Yastil with that long one-stopper is running 105's odd 104 versus the other guys doing 103s. So it looks like that strategy hasn't quite worked out for him, but it's definitely worth the try.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah, Damien and sitting at the back. I think it was Yasteel and RBS who had the incident at the start. They've both lost about 10 seconds on turn 1. They're now in the back, at the back of the pack. Sam only 22 seconds off the lead, so he should have been quite a bit higher up the field here.
Yeah, it's highly unfortunate that he's sitting. He practiced quite a bit for this and sorted out his strategy quite early. Not to mention he made all deliveries for the pace team as well. Them looking like a true crew out there.
Yeah,
I was just going to say they look really, really great today with those colours, guys.
If you look from Jan Ali, who we were with in 5th place, Sir Ian, Farfus, Stignator, and OJ JDS. I always want to leave that second J out. That's 5th place to 9th place, all within a couple seconds, but they've all just got that 8 tenths, 9 tenths gap between each other.
Now, in one small slip up, one touch of the wheel on the grass, 1 millisecond too late on the brakes, or 1 millisecond too early on the accelerator could ruin your entire race. So guys, keep in mind, although the positions seem to be settled now, it is far from over.
Well, you can see if we look currently with Fist, who's got fairly fresh tyres, to Sir Ian, who probably also didn't pit. He's struggling a little bit for pace with Fist closing in on him. Jan Ali's tyres are looking a bit tired, but not as bad as Sir Ian's. The rest all fairly similar.
Okay, what's happened there to KBR Richard? Can we just have a
Yeah,
there?
sorry, we're back at the front. He's obviously Ghost Killer Richard have caught right up to Kalen. So it's the tyre wear battle, worn tyres versus 2 guys on fresh tyres with 4 and a bit laps to go that we thought might happen.
Yeah, and putting the pressure all over the back end of Killer Pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the racing that we've been waiting for, and these guys are not disappointing. These lines are so tight, and there's so little margin for error. I really don't know how they're keeping it clean.
And this last corner, looking at the front left on Kalen's car compared to the other 2 guys, he's going to struggle through corners like this long right-hander onto the start straight.
Definitely.
As I say, that Ghost Killer decides to go wide. Lets Richard through and gives Kalen some breathing room.
And it's so unfortunate, but we know that these guys are going to keep it on and keep that pressure going until the end of this race. There is no letting up at these Oaks.
Yeah, and it's a difficult track to overtake. It's your 3 hairpins, hard braking zones, basically. And with the cars being even, you've got to make that move either with a bit of a speed advantage, like the guys with the fresh tyres might have, or just a big dive bomb block pass. Obviously no contact, nice and clean, but you throw it up the inside and make the other person give you space.
Yeah, a little bit of elbowing your way through the pack. It is a bit frustrating, but it does happen in racing.
The guys are saying pace on form. Well, at the moment he's playing a blocking game. He's just making sure that he keeps KBR. Oh, and there's a bit of... I thought there was a touch there for a second, gents.
There's great driving by both of the Pool 1 guys. No contact there.
Oh yeah.
Still super close. So Kalen really battling with those long corners, it looks like. I'm sure he'll tell us just now, but DMR SMP3 Pro pulling out to 3.5 seconds ahead now. 2 laps to go, he should have this in the bag. We're just going to watch this battle for a little bit.
And what a battle it is. KBR applying the pressure thick and hard at the moment.
A bit of a mistake there from Richard, getting a little bit sideways, just that 1/10 of a second breathing room, but he's already back on the back of pace.
I mean, if you look at their split times, there's not much between them. Obviously, yes, Richard being held back there and kept at bay by pace. But he's still got to deal with that pressure from behind from Ghost Killer as well. So it's going to be a tight race for him. He's not sure where he can go here, but all he knows is that he's got to keep that pressure on till the very last millisecond.
Yeah, if you look down the main straight, hundredths of a second on that back straight. So you were just saying there is very little between them. In fact, there's like between 200 and 300th of a second.
Yeah, if you look further back, KBR Svarta Fist has got past Sir Ian and he's all over the back of Janelli, but we can keep eye on that in the background, watching the battle for the podium. I think takes priority for now, with just over a lap to go.
As I told you, this was going to come down to the wire, and I promise you, I don't lie. I don't like to lie, but look at this racing.
Well, this corner here, Callan's been brave into leaving the door open and taking the better line, just making sure he stays ahead the last few laps. Nothing changes there. You can see that car not having as much grip.
Yes, but he's late on the brakes.
Very, very late.
Richard throws it in up the inside, and it looks like Ghost Killer going past.
Oh, just nudging and grinding, but man, made it stick. That is unfortunate. Kalen, you've been pushing this race, and you've got a lot done, man. Just unfortunate coming towards that end there. But this race is still not over, guys. There's a lot left in it.
I think Richard is going to hold on to this. Only a couple more turns left to go.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? I think it's the lack of decals on his car has lowered his weight, and he's just able to push this thing further and further.
Just jumping to the front quickly, we're going to watch SMP3 Pro take a well-deserved win.
Yeah, he's led this race quite well, comfortably, confidently, giving us a flash of the lights, showing us those beautiful pop-up headlights in that MX-5 that we all love. KBR Richard coming in, Ghost Killer pace, KLN pace, Janelli, Fast Water Fist, Sir Ian, Stiganator thereafter as well.
How's that finish coming up, RBS and Bridgens?
Oh, lovely guys, lovely racing right up until the line, not giving anyone an edge.
A stylish finish here by DMR Damien.
Yeah, massive round of applause, gentlemen. You kept us super entertained.
Damien, I gotta say, but if you're gonna get damage, you might as well get damage on the very last stretch of track there. But well done to DMRE SMP Pro. Epic racing, bud, and a well-deserved win. And congratulations to our finishers. Guys, you've done amazingly well on this race. Tight track, tight racing, and this car was not easy to manage.
Yeah, indeed.
Kalen, tell us what happened there last lap.
I got pushed.
Yeah, just that little bit of a door open.
Yeah, I guess so. But did feel a bit unfair from my side. But nah, good race. The tires were
shot.
Almost dead. No, they were almost dead. There's still some life in them. But yeah, the lap times just started dying after about lap 15, 16.
Okay. Just hang around. I want to invite a couple of the other guys.
Sure.
That was entertaining. Nice strategy there.
I see in the chat, Kendall Mauer, obviously Kalen's dad, has said Kalen should have taken tips from his dad. Kalen, you want to fill us in on what Big Ken Dog is telling us here?
He hasn't told me anything.
You guys are brilliant.
No, this is stunning. But guys, thank you so much for the racing. Absolutely tight, absolutely, slipping and sliding. I see we got some guys entering the chat, so maybe they can give us their views, how the race went for them, their strategy, and how it played out.
Yeah. Who just joined? I'm battling to see you this side.
I see Bridgens has joined us.
Mr.
Well done,
Bridgens,
Brad.
give us a rundown. How was that for you?
Yeah, no, it was okay. There was a little bit. I don't think pushing and shoving in the beginning, but once it spread out, but it was really hard. I found the fuel saving really difficult when you're trying to push this car a little bit, you know. But other than that, it was great. It was fun.
Great, glad to hear it. Anyone else joined yet?
Not as yet, bud.
So rude. They need to join. They've got the invites.
I just think they don't want to chat to us. Ken is saying Bridgen's mic is soft. You want it to be hard, bud, or what's up?
No, yeah, yours is, it's fine. Don't stress.
It's actually they're not able to hear Bridgens at all. Bridgens, I'm not sure if you've got the settings on for your mic to allow sharing on the stream.
That's okay. It normally works, so I don't know what the problem. Don't worry about it.
No problem. So,
I'm sure nobody really wants to hear what I've got.
That's not true.
yeah, I think what you're saying just now was basically that you're battling a bit with fuel saving with this car.
Yeah, I'm not a good fuel saver though.
Join the club.
And I'm not a fire saver either. So yeah, especially tracks like this.
Okay, well, the good news, you're looking forward to Le Mans next week. So that.
Made it to the end of the season. Oops, I shortlisted for what? A third. I made it to the
Well done, bud. Well done. You know, you've been racing your heart out every race, and it shows on track. And congrats, eh? Honestly.
Was it Travis? Was it Steven?
Welcome, Stignator. Tell us how your race went.
Hold on. It's Mr. Stiginator to all of you.
Hello, Shawnee. How's it going?
How's it, Mr. Stiggy?
Lovely stuff, Travis. No, it was a joy. Yeah, that lap one was... Turn one was interesting. Somebody got sideways over there, and yeah, it was interesting to go do a very interesting maneuver to get back on the track. But the race was cool. I had a good draw with Kaylin, and I decided not to battle him because obviously tires become a factor the deeper you go into the stint. And yeah, I sort of chose my battles. I think started at it, got down to 10th, and I was in 12th at one place, and then I ended up in 8th at the end of the race. So it was a good draw. Clean racing, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely stuff, man.
Your livery certainly looked really great as well.
Yeah, now look, I mean, we've got some very creative people in the RTA, Arts and Crafts department, so I can't take any credit for that. Eh?
There we go.
Lovely stuff, guys. Think we're good?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has joined, so thanks for joining us, RTA Stignator and Mr. Bridgens.
No, shot anytime, guys.
Thanks
And
so
then,
much,
yeah,
guys.
we'll see you all next week for the last round of the season.
What do we have a mystery reveal, or has the race been announced? Or
It's GR3 at Le Mans, so It's just the settings that are going to be revealed as usual this weekend.
Lovely.
Yeah,
I'm excited
to
about
keep
that
us up to
one.
Yeah,
speed.
I think we'll make everyone race Aston Martins because I know that's your favorite.
Yeah, I know. Look, I mean, it's a special car to me. So yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Really enjoyed it this evening. See you guys next week.
Lovely,
Great.
bud.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
let's
cheers,
just run in. Bye,
cheers.
clubs.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys, and thank you all for joining in and watching. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.